Hello, Western New York. It's a lovely day. Got a little bit of snow falling. And, day before the Super Bowl Sunday, Not that I'm interested in football, okay? I'm not interested in football. Well, did a little bit of shopping last night. And let's put it this way. If you see my previous videos, you will see that I have doubled the amount of compost and soil I have. Basically, I now have close to 1,000 pounds. Like I said, the one place still had their sale going on, so got 6 more of this stuff, which is made from sorry, the lighting is terrible in here because, well, let's just say yeah, this doesn't work. And the one flashlight has a bad battery in it. But anyways, back to this. This here is made out of the Share Trash is Not Man's Treasure. This is made out of organic material, which essentially translates into let's see, what does it say? Well, yard waste and kitchen scraps. That's what it said. I'd show you that, but one moment. Just setting up the one bit, this baggie. I'll put it up right. Not that it really matters. This right here is for the garden soil. Moisture retaining, yada, yada, yada. And this, well, I can't get any more plainer than that, okay? That being said, it's made out of cow manure. Now, there is some other stuff I could have gotten that was also on sale, although it would probably been a little bit more expensive. It was like a blue bag, but that was for, well, this is for in-ground. The other stuff I saw that was on sale, it was for stuff that was in pots and containers, and, well, my mother would probably like that stuff, because she grows her stuff in pots and containers. And so she'd been giving me that look, you know the look. The look that says, Andrew, how much did you get this time? So needless to say, I'm certain you know the look. Well, and reason why I got it was, well, the sale is still going on. I mean, I got another 18 bags for, $50. So, I can't complain. 500 pounds for, okay, maybe not quite 500 pounds, but, well, actually, let's see, 30 bags times 18, that's 540 times 2. That's, well, let's just say even if I'm off by a few pounds, I got over 1,000 pounds of stuff. And as you can see, my blueberries are mostly buried. which is actually a good thing for the plants, because one, this snow acts as a good insulator, and it'll protect the roots of your plants, and that's important. And well, here's my roses again, buried. I mean, I'll just cut it real short and tell you that most everything is buried. You know? I mean, I got easily 6 inches worth of powder, and that's not, and then there's the stuff that's all in drifts, you know, the wild rose over there, and red currant. I got 3 red currant bushes, and the 4th is a number of cuttings that I'm trying to grow. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with the cuttings. I might put them someplace else. I might even sell them, or you know. And I got my gooseberry bushes. I got 2 of them plus a 3rd one, which is a collection of sticks, cuttings, because this one had 2 branches that were just so long they were touching the ground and no good. I just cut them off, you know, cut them into pieces, and my dryer's going okay. And here's my grapes, which, as you can see, are buried. Like I said, everything is buried underneath the snow, and that is a good thing. Snow's coming down. I mean, the reason the snow acts like an insulator, it will protect your plants from the worst of the wind, which means your plants will not get dehydrated and all that other stuff. I mean, it'll even protect them from damage. I mean, there's a reason why when there isn't any snow on the ground, but the temperatures are expected to get below freezing, you are given the advice to, quite literally, get some water and spray your fruit trees, your bushes and whatnot. And don't ask. It's just a tin can. Well, anyways, the snow helps protect your plants, and it protects the roots, keeps it from freezing too much. And here's some dwarf roses. And I mentioned before, I plan to put some Arctic/hardy kiwi in here at these posts, you know, so that way they can wrap around. I think I might put the male there. Reason is I got red mulch. My mom has red mulch here, and you don't necessarily want the red mulch, depending on the chemicals used to treat the wood. You know those, especially for fruit and stuff. So if I get a male, I'll put it right there, because it's not supposed to produce any fruit. And then I'll put the females or whatever's on these 2 posts. And the idea is that the vines wrap around the beams. And well, I think the black raspberry's buried back in there. Always seems to happen. But then again, there's so many reds, it's hard to find out the spot where it isn't buried. And I'm just going to tell you, great, the one finisher falling asleep. Let's just put it this way: the wilds, because they're tall, they are above the snow a little bit, and but everything else, because of the fact that they are indeed short, they're not above the snow line. So I kind of have a rough idea as to where the outline is, so I'm not too worried about stepping on anything, but I think that was a little broken willow branch. And, well, you know, I'm just showing you what I do have. I mean, some of it you can probably make out the tops a little bit, unless those are just branches. And, I mean, okay, this is one of my jewels. I got a few of them here, and one Bristol. Well, that would be a lie. There's a lot of jewels and Bristols right down along that whole embankment. Yeah, these are my Meekers, as I mentioned. I got some Killarney in here. Those are some Chester. This is Apache. This is Arapaho. This is the Home Depot one, which cost me $3. And well, like I mentioned, my finger's falling asleep. This is the Raspberry Shortcake. This is the Polono. It's an everbearing, and it's doing alright. I can't wait to see how this one goes. My Raspberry Shortcake. Reason is, snow was falling on this thing. Reason is, I kind of have this thing over a woodchuck hole, so we'll have to see if it can spread or not. Although there isn't a woodchuck in there at the moment, otherwise I'd be seeing sign, and the one hole would be highly visible. And this is my Heritage jewel right here, and the Bristol right here. And of course the full golds right here. And right along in here I got blackberries. Now, let me see here. Let me see if I can list all the varieties. For raspberry I got Killarney. That's been the longest established one. I've had it for years. Then there's a jewel or two. They've survived, but I wouldn't say they've thrived. And then for the new stuff, I got all this along the embankment is new. As I planted the stuff in over the summer and whatnot. This year I got Bristol and Jewel. That's the black raspberries. For the red, I got Killarney. I got Meeker. I got the Raspberry Shortcake. I just falling asleep. I got the Polono, and I got the Heritage. For the yellows, I got the Fall Gold. I'd like to get a couple of the other varieties. I mean, there's like the Annies. I'd like to get one of them. For the blackberries, the longest established one is the Chester, but it hasn't exactly thrived. But I put some down right in here, and then there's the Apache and the Arapaho, and of course, then there's the wild raspberries and the wild blackberry I got. Trying to see what I can do about that. You know, basically use them for pollinating purposes mainly. And then for the blueberries, which I've shown you at the beginning, I got Blue Crop, I got Spartan, I got Coville, I got Pink Lemonade, I got Jersey, I got Patriot, I got Duke, I got Elliott, then I got a Blueberry Glaze and a Peach Sorbet. Those two last varieties, the Peach Sorbet and the Blueberry Glaze, as well as the raspberry shortcake here. Those 3 plants are patented protected. That means I cannot propagate those 3 plants to sell. That being said, I can propagate the plants for my own personal use. And I believe that I can even use the seeds to create new varieties, which I can then sell. That being said, I don't know how legal it would be to sell a hybrid of a peach sorbet and a blueberry glaze, given that both the parents are patented protected. I don't know if that would be legal, but well, if somebody knows that legal law, I wouldn't mind knowing, and I'm certain that other folks who have patented protected things wouldn't mind knowing if a cross between 2 would be legal to sell or illegal. I mean, technically it'd be a different variety altogether, but you know. And like I meant, I've got some grapes, Catawba, Mars, Concord, Niagara, then there's the wild one. Those are all very common, you know. If I wanted to, I could probably propagate to sell, but I'm not into that business, as I've mentioned. And then, like I mentioned, I also plan to put in kiwis, Arctic/hardy varieties, you know, because like I've mentioned, this is Western New York, we do occasionally get those temperatures that are below, that are negative 20 degrees on occasion. And like I've mentioned, here I plan to put in a strawberry patch. You know, it's like about 4 or 5 feet in one way and 10, 12 feet the other. So I'd have plenty of room to plant strawberries, and I would love to do that. And as I've mentioned, down over this embankment, I would like to grow more blackberries and raspberries. I mean, I would like to create a you-pick berry operation. It'd be a good place for it. I mean, other than the occasional flooding. Well, this is Western New York, and my hands are freezing. So, basically, if you like this, like, subscribe, comment, and all that other good stuff. Okay, goodbye. One last thing. I got some of this. Soil Acidifier. Turns hydrangeas blue. Basically, this will help lower the pH of my soil. Currently, it's at about a 6.5. At least it was in the one spot. The idea behind this is, I'm certain you can see what that says. Blueberries. I mean, they'll do good for your hydrangeas, as well as your azaleas. I might let my mother use some of this because, well, she's got a little azalea planted that hasn't been tuned too well, you know. And the idea is that now, since I got my plants are new, you know, the idea is that for the next 3 years, I pour a cup of this around each of my plants, you know, to help lower the pH, you know, so that way it goes from that 6.5 down to like a 5 or a little bit lower, you know. Blueberries prefer somewhere between 4 and 5 on the pH scale. And like I said, I got it 6.5. So the idea is sprinkle all this around my plants. You know, I mean, there is 6 pounds worth of stuff. I mean, should easily be enough for 18 cups worth. You know, and you know, it's got that. I don't know if you can see it on, but it has sulfur. Yeah, sulfur. I'm sorry if that wasn't all that. Well, basically the idea is that this will help you with the blueberries, and if turns your hydrangeas blue. There is a soil alkaliner, which will turn your hydrangeas red. But now this is just soil. This is just soil. But anyways, you know, this will help out with my blueberries and something like that. You know, it's a sulfur compound. It'll help. And well, this is a slow-acting compound. The idea is you pour it, and it'll slowly lower the pH. That way, the roots of your plants do not burn. There are liquid fertilizers that will reduce your pH quick, you know, real quick. This a little bit more slowly, a little bit more gently, and well, you know, it'll help me out. Well, this is Western New York, and well, like I've already said it before. You know, hope you like this. Well, goodbye.